what's up? It's Jumanne. This is part 4 of my gambling addiction story. I'm actually going to tell a few different stories, but one story that still bothers me today is when I was gambling. I came to the casino with like $300 and I got to $1,999, and I was getting ready to leave, but I decided to continue to gamble, and I was just chasing one more dollar. So again, I was at $1,999 trying to get to $1, and I end up losing everything chasing $1. One question I get a lot is, why do I always cash out? I might cash out $5, $20, $100, whatever. Like, I always cash out instead of just continuing to play on the machine. The reason why I cash out is because it's a lot easier for me to keep track of what I already won, you know. If I'm playing on a machine, for me, it's really just preference. If I continue to play on the machine, and I leave my money there and I don't cash out, I might end up crashing out. You know what I'm saying? Because I continue to play, and then I eventually just, it's like I lose my money either way. But cashing out to me is just building a habit of, you know, walking away. I'm one step away from walking out by just cashing out and having the money and separating the money I won with the money that I'm gonna continue to play with. So there's a few people over here. I never come over here. This is where all the slots is. I do think I made like one video just recording like just this area of all the different slots. People telling me I should play slots, even though I just stick to roulette because that's just my personal preference. But yeah, I mean, I gotta come up with more stories too. Like, I gotta be cautious with the self-snitching too. Like, you know what I'm saying? The first couple stories that I made, you know, I exposed myself in a way like legally that could be an issue. So I just need to be cautious with that. All right, so yeah, I'm kind of just walking around. I need to find a place that's probably like a little bit more quieter. So I remember this one time where I won a couple $1,000s and I actually left the casino, right? I literally got outside, and then, you know, for some reason, I just was thinking like, I just got greedy, and this is why I say I don't gamble for money neither, right? So I don't remember how much money I came in with, but I definitely came in with a couple $100s. I won like $2,000. Once I got out the casino ready to leave, I decided to walk right back into the casino, and I ended up losing everything. Simply because of just like greed and just gambling for, you know, the dopamine. It's not even really about the money, you know what I'm saying? Because if it was about the money, I'll just stop gambling and I'll save a lot more money by not gambling than, you know what I'm saying, trying to win a couple more $100 or, you know, $1,000, $2,000. Like, it really doesn't add up over time with all of the losses that I have. All right, so obviously these are the tables. It's been a while since I actually played the tables, but another thing, people ask why I don't play the tables. It's mainly because I don't want to deal with the dealers, you know. It's a lot easier for me to cash out on the machines, and I don't have a person in front of me making facial expressions and comments. But I'm kind of doing a bad job with like actually, you know, telling the story. This is not even really more of a gambling addiction story, more than it is just me walking through the casino as I talk, you know. But I'm gonna go into the food court. I feel like maybe I need to walk around a little bit, kind of think about something to kind of talk about, because it smells good. So I'm about to leave the casino area and you know, where it's a lot more quieter, and figure out what I'm going to talk about for the rest of this vlog. So, being a gambling addict for over a decade, you know, like my stories is kind of like, they're all the same, because it's like when I first started losing my paychecks, I worked at Taco Bell. I'll get out of work at like 3 a.m. I used to work the overnight shift, and then my direct deposit would hit like around 2 a.m. So once I get out of work, you know what I'm saying, I could go straight to the ATM, withdraw my whole paycheck, whether it be like $300. Then I would go to the casino, and then, you know, I'll lose my entire paycheck within like 2 to 3 hours after it being direct deposited in my account. So I've been through that for years, and you know, I drove myself crazy doing that, you know, because, you know, I couldn't look at myself the same when I consistently would put myself in a debt like that. You know, I could talk about all of the cash advances. You know, I used to go to Check and Go and I think Advance America, where I would go to both of them at the same time. I'll get $300 at one of them, and then I'll get another $300 at the next one. And I think I would have like a month, or I think it was 2 weeks to like pay it off. And yeah, put myself in a lot of debt with that. So I could probably go upstairs. But yeah, from cash advances to the, you know, going to the pawn shop and you know, putting a loan on all of my like studio equipment, from my microphone, my iMac, say iPod.
Let me see you on my TikTok.
All right, bro. What else to talk about? So I'm kind of just walking right now, killing time for the vlog. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really got nothing to talk about for, like, I don't even feel like talking. I'm just making a video just to monetize it. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gambling right now. So yeah, I'm gonna make this 8 minutes long, and then I'm gonna upload it for some revenue. That's it. I'm kind of giving you a BS story. This is not even like a real gambling addiction story. Like,